Hey guys, Karasif here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe Medajaliber from Kamen OOOs. This is OOO's main weapon that I can use in any form. The set includes the Medajaliber itself and 3 cell medals. So, let's get started. First off, we'll take a look at the 3 included cell medals. These are the Kawaga cell medal, Kamakiri cell medal, and Taurus cell medal. Like with all cell medals, these are made entirely of metallic grey plastic, with no separated rim from the rest of the body, instead being made of just 2 pieces, the front part which contains the design and the rim, then the back part which is the back cover. And, again, like with all cell medals, they have an X design on the back. So, let's test them out by scanning them with, first, the deluxe O scanner. Then the CSMO scanner. And once again we can see the big sound difference between the original and the new CSMO scanner. Next we'll bring in the OOO's driver buckle and use them with that. So we'll load them in. Once again, we're going to use them first with the deluxe O scanner. And of course they make the generic combo sound. Then on to the CSM version. Now one thing you'll notice is that for that transformation with the CSM version, while it did scan them individually as their name then Gin, it's how the O scanner reads cell medals, when you complete the transformation, it just said Gin, 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 and that'll be something to keep in mind for my next review. Next we'll move on to the main part of the set, which is the Medajaliber itself. So right off the bat, the first thing to note is that the design of this is very much meant to match up with that of the OOO's driver. It's primarily done up in black, metallic blue, and silver to match with the belt and buckle, with bits of gold added in to match up with the OOO scanner. Now one thing to know about mine is that I got mine used off of eBay, and so it did come in used condition, so mine does have some bits of paint damage, as well as parts where it's clear that the previous owner tried to kind of fix up the paint with some kind of silver paint, but it didn't quite match up. But again, this is just what a used version looks like. Of course, a new version, or one that hasn't had this kind of wear, will look better. So for it, we got various details, like a soft clear blue blade, a chamber that will contain medals, as well as the slot to put them in here, a lever for lowering medals into the slot, or into the chamber, a trigger down here. On the back, we have a nice intricate detail showing the outlines for 3 medals. Power switch here, speaker here, and battery compartment here, and this takes 2 AAA batteries. Now for a little comparison, here it is next to the buckle for the OOO's driver. You can see that the line detail definitely is in the same style, and it's cool to see how they were designed with a similar aesthetic. So, to get started, we need to switch it on. You get a confirmation sound and light here. Pulling the trigger will get the basic attack sound. Then we can get into the main game of the toy, which is that it makes different attack sounds depending on how many medals you put in. So first, we'll put in one medal. Then pull a lever to drop it into the chamber. Then we'll get a new attack sound. Then we can use a scanning charge. So we're going to take the scanner and put it into this section here so that it hits a switch. It lines up with that semicircle. Then you're going to pull the trigger and run across the rail to scan it. So there you get single scanning charge. Then if we pull the trigger, we'll get the special attack sound. Then if you pull the trigger again, it goes back to the basic sound. So to put in more medals, we need to raise up the slot, then pull the medals out. Then we'll bring in a second medal, use it with that. So we get a new attack sound. Then we can do the next scanning charge. And again, it'll go back to the beginning. Then we'll bring in the third medal. And the new attack sound. And you hear that with each new medal we add, the attack sound becomes stronger and stronger. And then the scanning charge. Then, I'll show you guys the new scanning charge sounds with the CSM mode scanner. First one medal. Then double. Then triple. You can see that this actually has a slightly stronger scanner, meaning when I put it and hold the trigger, it'll actually scan that first medal. So let's do that one more time. Now there's also a bit of a difference between the two scanners in how fast you can actually scan them and have it work. So if we try doing a really fast scan with the original, You can see that it only scans the first two metals, so if we need to do it properly, we'll have to do it a bit slower. But we can do it at full speed using the new one. And of note is that you don't actually have to use the scanner to activate the special attack, because all it does is hit this button here, which sets it into the mode for activating the special attack. Then you can just pull the trigger. A note is that this toy is also pretty smartly designed. If you try putting the metals with the slot open and try pushing them into the compartment, you'll see they actually get stopped and don't get jammed in there. Only when you have it down can you actually load them into the slot. I've noticed that there's also a feature where it'll power down after a certain amount of time. So we'll have to wait a little bit for that. Should be about 30 seconds. In the meantime, let's just get a more close-up look at some of the details. You nicely see the metals in the slot. And so after a certain amount of time, you get that sound. After that, it'll actually revert back to the original state. Of note is that you can also use core metals to scan in. So we can load these into the slot. And drop them in. We can use this to scan them. I mean, the same thing with the other one. And similarly to how the OOO driver works, you don't actually have to even have metals in the slot here for them to be able to read them, or to actually use the scanning charge feature. You can just scan metals separately. Then just charge it to a point at the end where we have a special chip. And it'll activate the scanning charge, which is similar to how the OOO driver has a special chip at the end to indicate the completion of a combo scan. And these are removed the same way. Now, some people have said that in using this, it's a bit risky to do so, because using this with the Medajaliber might scratch the metals on, or scratch the rims on deluxe core metals. But from what I've experienced, it actually lets them go in pretty smoothly. They don't rub up against each other too much, and there doesn't seem to be too much chance of them getting damaged from using them with the Medajaliber. So using core metals with it should not be too much of a problem. And there we go. So as one last note, there is actually a little bit of a safe zone where you can put in the OOO scanner into the slot and not have it scan the first metal, which is about here. And that way you can scan the metals without having them off or take up time to scan them. So there's that to note. So overall, the Medajaliber is a nice, fun sidearm. It's got an interesting gimmick, where it has different attacks depending on how many medals you have. Though I will say that the way you activate the different attacks is not that great, and I wish it had a better system wherein if you put in one medal and dropped it in slot, it would play the one-time sound, and then if you put in a second one, it would remember that you already had one in there, then use the two-time sound, and the same for the three-time sound. And you could activate them, or rather deactivate them, using the standing charge feature or let run out. Instead, you have to take them out and put in one or two or three each time you want to get that different sound. But it still does what it needs to do quite well. The different scanning charges are neat in that you do have some more sounds out of the O scanner, and it's also really great that the CSM O scanner can also perform the single, double, and triple scanning charges. As well, this, while not being entirely show accurate of course, does have a pretty nice size and is quite proportional, if I do say so. So if you're looking for a nice roleplay toy to go along with the OOO's driver, whether it be the original or the CSM version, this is something I can still recommend picking up. Next time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Taja Spinner, Friday at 6 PM PST. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.